I feel my licorice roots. Um, shout out to my friends. Oh, shout out to my friends. Make these cool T-shirts. Kingdom Come. Oh man, how could I forget? You have to post it. It's Kingdom Come something. They're some friends of mine. They're in a band called the Selassies. Selassies. It's a play off the word Selah, like kind of to ponder, and seas as in eyes, but also a play off of our. Uh, well, we have tewahedo names in the Ethiopian church. I have actually my. I guess it depends on the time of year that you're baptized. Like I have a Selassie name as well, and the group has a Selassie name. Usually, like the monks will give you, monks or priests will give you that name, and it usually has a meaning that's really profound, really cool, a meaning that basically, shoot, oh crap, okay, sorry, I just realized I forgot something. A meaning that gives you like, how can I say it? For me, the meaning of the name that I have, the baptism name that I have, it basically is to not make myself look better than anyone. It's never to do that. It's just basically to realize the responsibility that I'm supposed to be to this world, as far as like just my responsibility and what I contribute to this world and what God has given me, you know. Um, but usually Selassie, that word, even though it's a playoff of names with these guys, like the way that they spell it, but the word means Trinity, pretty much, you know. There's like Haile Selassie, um, power of the Trinity, which yeah, he was definitely like worse, I guess some people would say, or a king. But there's a lot of us that don't have that particular position, at least in that physical form, but in other forms, um, excuse me, that to be the power of the Trinity is just basically, hey, using the power that God has for you. There's Hate Selassie, which is gift of the Trinity, which is like gift of the Most High, pretty much. It doesn't mean that we're God's gift to humanity. It means, well, not in a vain sense of that word and what people might think, but more like a gift that's supposed to benefit. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize that, when they say things like, I'm God's gift to earth. Well, what are you benefiting the people with? That's the whole thing. Any of these baptism names, they mean something. And it doesn't just go for um, the meaning to benefit your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing here on this planet. You know, I'm so a lot of times, because sometimes I know we have the same baptism name, so it's funny. I'll call him by the first part of it, and he'll call me by the last part of it. It's pretty funny, but very few people call me that, and I don't really share that with a lot. Not that I'm ashamed of it, but it's just people that know, and it's just names mean a whole lot. Even the normal name that I have, I know what that means. There's also names like Haile Jesus, or of Jesus, basically, or Gebre Memphis, servant of the Holy Spirit. A lot of our tewahedo names mean a whole lot, you know. Learn about the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in the West because of our experience. I've gotten really, our ancestors are proof of that. They may have not been Orthodox in this, but they were the proof of what that faith is supposed to represent. That's why a lot of them knew what was up, and they were some of the leaders in not only our rebellions as far as slavery goes, but also our empowerment too. Anyone from Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner to Marcus Garvey and Dr. King. So I mean, it's a whole list of people. Like, today, it kind of pisses me off when I see people have this narrative, and narrative about, oh, all Christians, all black Christians were converted by these European missionaries that had a white supremacist agenda. Not all of us were converted that way. The Ethiopian church was around long before white supremacist slavery type stuff. And even in the West, churches in Congo, sorry, even though they came through the Portuguese, unfortunately, Congo knew what was up. They knew the faith wasn't just some kind of like political sphere. Like Kimpavita actually was an example of that. Kimpavita, and I mentioned her a lot. I need to just do a whole video about her. She was the first one to actually rebel against those that were in the slave trade. Not only that, she inspired the Haitian Revolution, the Stono Revolt, and a bunch of other revolutions that happened over here and in the Caribbean. So to say that all Christians were all about slavery, put it like this. King Leopold had to come with a whole new plan because of what she did in her rebellion. And it's why they wrote everything down, you know, to try to basically infiltrate us. You know, because they lost the first time they even tried to do that. And when I think about Christianity, yeah, we know that story, and I don't ignore the story, but I'm telling the other side of it. You know, a lot of people, it's a shame. If you believe that, it shows how much you don't know about the faith and the history of that religion, because it did not come as Western imperialism. It's an Eastern religion, so most likely it's an Afro-Asiatic religion at that. Some of the biggest empires in Africa pre-colonial period were Christians. Nubian Empire were known for freaking smiting people's eyes out, and just the Aksumite Empire. I mean, come on, dude. You know, not every Christian was docile either, and when I just gave you a few examples of that. But a lot of us in the West don't know about Eastern Christianity, and it's unfortunate that a lot of the black experience with Christianity has been negative. But here's one thing that you're probably going to start seeing more of me. I've been in comment sections basically doing this, but I think I need to make videos about this. You're going to start seeing things about not only Eastern Christianity in the right perspective, but also our black American Christianity, even though it's more Protestant and Catholic based. We made those parts of that religion look good because we actually followed what it was about versus these white supremacist types. So it's all about the later on, you know, because we knew the spirit of it versus what these people were with the religion. And even thinking about that, types will use, you know, religion. Neely Fuller put it out in the 9 areas of activity on what they use. And this is what they did with Christianity, is just what they did to science with us. You know, they used it for their own benefit to oppress and do whatever they wanted to. I always use the term of the condom. They used, how could I say this? They used basically a condom to mask what exactly they were going to do. And it's just, it's a kind of a crass example, but they're crass people. So it's just like, when it comes to white supremacists, I consider them crass, and I use the most vulgar language when it comes to them, you know. So anything could be used as something of their benefit to get their goal across. So what are you doing? And a lot of people with this narrative, I understand where you're coming from, but you need to tell the other half of the story, because I don't think it's been given a fair shake, and I understand why. But I'm one of those examples of people that will actually give it up for all of our ancestors that were down with our faith, because we were some of the people that actually fought against the very oppressions, and were leaders in that, you know, along with other people that weren't Christians. So it's just, when I think of that, you know, That's where I'm coming from. I wear my lion. I wear, that's African Christians, African Christianity. That's where we're coming from. We can talk about this another time. This is just where I'm coming from right now. Also, I want to get back to the names. Um, I told you about tewahedo names and what we represent and why we have our names and what they mean. At least some of the names. There's a lot of them. Um, but your name in general, you should find out what it means. You know, I don't care what name you have. You should find out what it means. And if you don't like it, of course, change it. I actually have, of course, I go by my real name, and then I have my nicknames, which are about 24, 25 now because my audio name, because like it's actually my audio name is derivative of one of my nicknames, my b-boy name or my pop locking dance name, Odd Rocker. That's what I go by. And so now you guys know me by audio, and that's cool. Um, but I know what that means. I mean, I gave myself that name too. So, but anyway, you guys, I gotta go. I got some stuff that I have to do. My mom's trying to call me. I gotta go see what's up with my dad too. God bless you guys. Be safe out there today. And peace. Besame abwa wawa memphis kadus. Ahadu amlak. Amin. Egziabar. Yibarkachu. Salam.